Thank you very much, Las Cathaoirleach. Minister, I too want to welcome you into the House this afternoon. I also want to thank the Cathaoirleach for selecting this commencement matter. Minister, it's always important in debates like this to put down the history of the very proud history of St Vincent's Hospital in Athy. It can trace its history back to the opening of the Athy Workhouse on the 9th of January 1844, an event that came just in time to relieve some of the harshest effects of the famine in and around the area of South Kildare. The Sisters of Mercy arrived there as nursing sisters in 1873. In 1898, it became a county home. As I've said previously in this House, St Vincent's Hospital Athy has a proud history in the care of older persons that is unrivalled among hospitals. The 175 or so staff that work in the hospital have a reputation for care that goes above and beyond their call of duty, and is the #1 reason why there is always a waiting list for families hoping to obtain a bed for their loved one. Not a week passes, Minister, that I get a call or meet a family or individual who tell me of the extraordinary care their loved ones are receiving in St Vincent's, or indeed have received in the past. The hospital attracts patients from all over Kildare and neighbouring counties. It is a source of great pride for the people of Athy that the hospital is located in the town. That is why the people of Athy and the staff of the hospital are anxious as to the future of this great hospital, which has stood on the site for some 180 years. Given the timeline, Minister, that we have on the new hospital will tell us that it was 2019 that I received confirmation that the HSE had appointed a design team. We were told that the new hospital will mark a 21st century healthcare system. Despite continuous representations following then, it was through Minister Donnelly in early 2022 when we were informed that the project would go to planning in Q3 of 2022 for a 92-bed community nursing unit on the grounds of St Vincent's. It was in September of the following year, Minister, of 2023, that planning permission was eventually granted for the new 92-bed unit, and in a debate in this House in October of last year, I was informed that a design team had been approved to progress the 7,000 square metre project, and that they would be responsible for bringing the project through detailed design and tender following the grant of permission. St Vincent's Hospital in Athy has stood on the site, as I've said, since 1844. Today it is a model of care with the best staff and management that any family could hope to have to look after their loved one. I hope, Minister, you will give us some positive updates as to when the hospital will open, when it will start its construction, because given the urgent need for older persons' care, a new hospital in Athy is long overdue. This hospital and its reputation, as I said, Minister, spreads far and wide, and I hope in your reply that the people of Athy will get good news, indeed the people of South Kildare will get good news, that their hospital that they've waited for so long will commence construction in the quickest possible time. Thank
you, Senator. Minister.
Thanks, Chair. I'd like to thank the Senator for giving us the opportunity to provide an update to the House on the replacement 92-bed community nursing unit at St Vincent's Hospital in Athy, County Kildare. The hospital, as the Senator has quite rightly said, was first built in 1844, and it provides rehabilitation, respite and extended care to both male and female residents, with the majority of residents over 65 years of age. The standard of care delivered to residents in public units is generally very high, and we recognise that many of our community hospitals are housed in buildings that are less than ideal in the modern context. Without them, though, many older people would not have access to the care that they need. It is important, therefore, that we upgrade our public bed stock, and the purpose of the HICWA Compliance Community Nursing Unit Replacement Programme is to replace, upgrade and refurbish these care facilities as appropriate across the country. The community nursing unit in St Vincent's Athy is part of this programme. A design team has been appointed to progress the St Vincent's Hospital at Athy. The proposed new facility will provide over 7,000 square metres of total floor area, including single-storey dementia wards over a phased build, and will see the demolition of the 5 single-storey prefab wings attached to the existing protected structure. This project will be completed in 2 phases, with the 48-bed unit to be delivered as part of the first construction phase to the rear of the site. Phase 2 will entail 44 beds, including 2 10-bed dementia units and 3 and 3 associated courtyards over 1 and 2 stories. The scope of this project will enable HSE older person services to decant and vacate the protected structure. Planning permission was granted for the phased construction of the 92-bed CNU in August of 2023, and the project is being progressed under the capital programme for 2024. The proposed new 92-bed CNU is now at stage 2C detailed design and tender in line with HSE Capital Projects Manual and Approval Protocol. The approved capital budget for phase 1, which is the 48-bed unit, on this project will be confirmed upon completion of stage 2C detailed design and tender. It is anticipated that this project could commence on site in Q1 of 2025, subject to the relevant approvals. All capital development proposals must progress through a number of approval stages in line with the Public Spending Code, including detailed appraisal, planning, design and procurement, before a firm timeline or funding requirement can be established. The delivery of capital projects is a dynamic process and is subject to the successful completion of the various approval stages. The final decision to proceed with construction cannot be made until the tender process has been completed and the costings reviewed to ensure that the proposal delivers value for money and remains affordable, and that sufficient funding is available to fund the project to completion, including equipping and commissioning costs.
Thanks very much, Lascir. And thank you, Minister, for the comprehensive reply that we have received today. The middle of the reply tells us that it's anticipated the project could commence on site in Q1 of 2025, which is the news that the people of South Kildare really wanted to hear. I note that that is dependent on the final decision and the review of the tendering process, which I think is standard enough practice for all major construction projects that the government may look at, and you might confirm that in your reply, Minister. But just to stress the urgent need for this, as you said in your own reply, the hospital was originally built in 1844. Not alone does it provide the care that you outlined, but it also has a daycare centre that's very important to the people of South Kildare, and it also provides a meal on wheels services, which also is very important to the people of South Kildare. This project is so badly needed for the excellent staff and management, Minister. We have a planning permission received. We hear from your reply that anticipation is that it will commence in Q1 of 2025, subject to tender. But can I just stress to you and to government that this project will benefit not just the people of Athy, but the people of South Kildare and indeed the surrounding districts as well.
Thanks, Chair. And again, I'd like to thank Senator Wall for raising this issue. This government has delivered unprecedented levels of investment in our health services in recent years, and there should be no doubt that the investment in health infrastructure is a substantial priority for government. Work is progressing across the country under the HIQA compliance programme to replace, upgrade and refurbish our current stock of community nursing units in response to the introduction of HIQA's National Residential Care Standards for older people. The capital development at St Vincent's Athy will construct 92 replacement community nursing unit beds with accommodation in line with the current HIQA standards. Strategic reform in the model of delivery of care for older people is currently underway in pursuit of the goal of supporting older people to remain living independently in their own homes and communities for longer. This will involve a shift in the provision of health and social care services from hospital to community settings in line with the Sláinte Care goal of receiving the right care in the right place at the right time. However, for those who avail of long-term residential care, it is critical that public investment in this infrastructure is maintained at a level that enables the appropriate standards to be met and the public residential care capacity is increased in the coming years. The ongoing successful implementation of the HIQA Community Nursing Unit programme, including the development at St Vincent's Athy, will contribute to achieving that goal.
Thank you.